This is Phase Ed Music. This is Phase Ed Music.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Moderate risk ahead. We do have storms already fired off And I forgot my phone charger. So, right now, I'm running on hopes that my phone makes it through the stream. We do have 2 considerable severe thunderstorm warnings. I do think one of them may get upgraded to a tornado warning. Sorry, I'm still getting everything set up. It's been a little bit since I've actually been in studio. Hey. This looks good, don't it? I'm going to power this phone off. This is my radar phone, which I use while chasing. I'm upgrading to a different radar phone, and this one will be used for other broadcasting. Also, we have multiple announcements. Instagram is changing their streaming. I'm going to mute those phones because I'm going to use it as something else. I don't want it vibrating. Either way, Instagram is changing from 1,000 from 1,000 to something. So new considerable severe thunderstorm warning, and this is why I have AVR loaded actually. Go Blunt, that is the new area we are watching. Excuse me while I sort things out that I want to make sure of. Yeah, I saw it correctly. Okay. Which I have to type out a whole essay for this, obviously. Wonder if Facebook's doing the same thing. And if they do, I'm screwed. Also, today I had a chicken strip in the shape of a supercell. That's not relevant. I just wanted to add that. Alright, let's go back to Todd County. That's where I think that tornado threat's actually ramped up a little bit. I do have Dr. Pepper back. Alright, I'm gonna change this back to so I can monitor this stream here. That way I can monitor it through myself. That way I can tell for lagging, things like that. Okay, perfect. This gives me a general consensus as to what the stream's doing. This is a cell we're watching really close. We do have 3 considerable severe thunderstorm warnings. I wonder if it's worth getting FSD or UD. Okay. No, that's not worth. Okay, I move Bismarck to FSD. Okay. Perfect. It's not really good coverage on that cell. We're having to use the North Platte radar for this. Just like that, it's back to the beast of a supercell it was earlier. So that's bad. But they are going to downgrade it to a regular thunderstorm. All right. Okay, 2 different. Where's okay? Rapid City controls these. I'm watching this one really closely because I think this one's got tornado potential. It's not a Kelly Rose stream without forgetting to bring my drawing tool in. Lovely. Alright, there we go. We do have a new hurricane setup coming to you guys. Hurricane coverage, I'm going to say this now, a little bit difficult this year. We've suffered some cuts. We no longer have access to one of our infrared radar satellites that we use to detect waves from the Sahara Desert that do turn into tropical systems and ultimately into hurricanes. We lost that over cybersecurity concerns. I think it has something to do with cuts, personally. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the storm stuff we are watching today. Alright, I need to go back to ABR. Yeah. This is producing 2-inch hail. Upwards is a 2-inch hail, so Highmore, Reheights, Harold, Holabird, Blunt. I think you're taking impacts now. You guys need to go ahead and stay indoors, away from windows. Is it 70-mile-per-hour winds as well? Yeah, 70-mile-per-hour winds and ping pong ball size tail. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. We do have a tornado warning, and this is not the cell I thought was going to get tornado warned first, but I had my eye on this cell. Okay, we are tornado warned. Ray and Shoal is on this, so I actually have ground truth. Can't show him, unfortunately. I'd love to show him. I thought this would be down here, and I still think somewhere in here is going to get that tornado warning. But right now, this is your now new tornado warning until 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the next 43 minutes. At 4:14, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles south of Hamel or 11 miles northeast of Winter, moving east at 10 miles an hour. Rapid City, Aberdeen, Sioux Falls. We have 3. Wow. That is insane to me. Okay. That's your tornadic rotation right here. Mind you, we're looking 15,000 feet up. That is your tornadic rotation right there that I have circled. Keep in mind, though, we're looking 15,000 feet up. The rotation could be stronger, could be weaker at the ground. Usually, and I've noticed this while in my time doing this, what's up in the sky usually transpires down to the ground at some point. That's a little bit different with damaging wind. I have learned that from storm chasing. So, that's your tornadic rotation. We're not seeing any tornadic debris, which is really good. We see tornadic debris 15,000 feet. We're talking of a potential strong tornado. EF1, at least. Okay, let's go back over here. St. Francis, where we do have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for 1.75 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is moving east at 16 knots or at 20 miles per hour. This does have golf ball size sail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm. So stay away from windows, stay inside. Hail hurts. Hail hurts when it hits you in the head. Personally learned that the hard way when I was 8 years old. Okay, the storm, I was trying to figure out what storm got considerable. Lona, I would be prepared in case you do get a tornado warning. Same way with Baiju Hills and Academy. Ryan Shoal doesn't have the best view. He is on the northern side of the cell. Up here. So we're going to have to wait. I want to see what he can get out of it. This is definitely pulling in some inflow. 15,000 feet up. I'd love to 3D this, but we're too far from the radar to 3D. We're looking 11,000 feet? Okay. But it is pulling in inflow. Had to think there. While we're here, studio. I am going to go ahead and pull up the severe thunderstorm watch just really quickly for you guys. Give me 1 second while I do that. Ranchel is driving south, so we'll get a view here soon. So give me 1 second while I pull that up. Yeah, guys, go. This is your severe thunderstorm watch that does go until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time or 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time if we do have any Mountain Daylight Time in there. Alright. This does include areas like Aberdeen, Watertown, Brookings, Huron, Mitchell, Sioux Falls, Yankton, Winter, Valentine, Sioux City, and Peary. A couple tornadoes are possible. Hail up to tennis ball size likely, and wind gusts up to 90 mile per hour also likely. So, there's that for you guys. Do have a new storm that has blown up here over Merriman. That's going to be a subtle watch. I'd say this gets tornado warns for Olsonville within the next few minutes. Olsonville, if you are listening in Olsonville, you need to have that plan ready, and you need to probably get ready to act on it. I do. Let me see. Give it one more scan before I say it's for certain. For certain. Wow. But Olsonville, I'd have that action plan ready to go. If this can hold like it is, I see that getting tornado warned. So I kind of want to wear into that. Here's your tornadic rotation on this cell. It's kind of back just to the west of State Highway 49. Rangel's having connection issues, but he is getting to the point where he will be in view. We should be getting a velocity update just any second. What I'm waiting on. There you go. Yeah. I would say there now, that may very well be trying to touch the ground. This is the storm I thought was going to do it. But with the last two scans, how consistent this is, I do say yes, I do expect a tornado warning on this cell. Olsonville, be ready to act upon when they do issue that. I'd probably personally head to my safe place. ahead and say that tornado warning. Oh yeah, I think there was a really good tornado outbreak in the Carolinas a few years ago. Didn't have the best radar imagery, but if I'm right, there was a moderate or high risk. Not for sure. I haven't been able to study it much. I'm not sure if this is live or if this is because he has no connection. We have a fire? It's not rotating. We have a fire on this cell. This tornado warned cell here has started a fire from what I can see. I don't know. Let me check. It may have been. It's a large fire. Kind of approximating his location. Your fire somewhere here. I don't know. It may have been Easter Sunday. Probably. Yeah, 2011. That's what I was thinking of. Trying to figure out what day it was. That was a pretty big one. From chasing? I've had crap chasing. I was chasing May 19th, Eastern Oklahoma, from Destin to McAllister. Didn't see anything. So no, I've actually never seen a cell like this in real life. April 15th, 2011. I don't care about Birmingham. Yes, that was the outbreak I was thinking of. And that was the outbreak I was thinking of. It's still rotating. It's got some strong rotation in it. Only looking about 6,000 feet or 6,100 foot in the air. Let's take a look at that northern storm, Aberdeen. Harold, you guys are now taking the impact. Blunt, actually hail from Blunt only came out to 0.70, just less than nickel size, which I think is 0.88. It's either that's a large fire or a tornado. Nope, that's a large fire. That is a very large fire. Okay. First responders going crazy. That is a large fire. Here's the thing, there's a lot of hail falling. How we have that lower ZDR, that's, you can tell that's hail. Also have a land spout tornado on this cell. Yeah, that is a land spout tornado on Range Hole Stream. Very well. Okay. I'll take a look back at this. Yeah, that needs warned, but this tornado warning can be technically allowed to expire. Your rotation has moved out of the warned area. I think it expires in 3 minutes anyways. No, 27 minutes. But your rotation's out of the warned area. I do expect a new tornado warning somewhere in this area. I do expect that to get tornado warned soon. But we do have a land spout tornado. Range Hole Stream. I can't give you the exact approximate location because it's not showing. Oh, the way he's driving. Right about, I'd say it's right within here. He's wait, is he on Spotter Network? That'll help me kind of determine. No, he's not. That sucks. Brendan Kopic streaming though, so give him a shot. Might actually have to start listening into this one. That is a there. Okay. Oh, new tornado warning. Stefan, you need to go ahead and be in your tornado safe place right now. Yeah, so you need to go ahead and shelter now. This is your tornadic rotation here. Red's moving away, green's moving towards. Unless that's anticyclonic, and it's not. So your tornadic rotation, I think that's a good call, the tornado warn. We do have a new tornado warning. This is going to be extension. I wonder if they're putting any mention that this has a lane spout. I mean, it is a land spout. It's not your typical tornado from what you would think a supercell would produce. their new tornado warning, so we're going to have that extension. We also have the extension here. They do not tornado tag it. It's very interesting. But they do keep 1.75-inch hail in the play. So we're just focused on these two storms to go back up to the northern one. We've transitioned from a land spout to, I do believe, a actual tornado. Which is possible. Just rare. Here's your tornadic rotation. It's gonna should stay north of Stephen. Let's go ahead and get a storm track on that. Yeah, it should stay north of Stephen. You guys go ahead and take your safe place. Anyways, this is gonna be crossing State Highway 47 within 20 minutes. And we're gonna see it cross into Hand County in 30 minutes. And we'll be out the warning in 35, 40 minutes. With what I'm seeing on Brandon Kopic's stream, I do have very high confidence. We do have a tornado on the ground. Per visual confirmation. So I'm going to go ahead and get that confirmed. So we're going to have the confirm tag on that. Whenever the SPC or whenever the National Weather Service whenever the NWS upgrades it. But let's take a look back at this cell just to the south of Olsonville. Olsonville, you could experience 2-inch hail. Up to 2-inch hail, 1.75-inch hail. The tornado may be trying to lift now. Let's get back up to Aberdeen radar. Sorry about that. It's picking up a lot of dust. It's no longer condensated. They have upgraded. Okay, there we go. I was waiting for that. We are now at a observed tornado warning. This is what I thought they'd do. There's chaser confirmation. I want to see which one it says. Damaging tornado. Weather spotters were confirmed a tornado. Yes. We're back to condensated. A tornado was on the ground. Take cover now. Innermost in a part of your house in a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you're outdoors or in a mobile home. Seek shelter inside a substantial shelter. Mobile homes will flip really easy. And this is thankfully in a rural area at this time. It is very beautiful. It's one of those things you admire, but we have been upgraded to a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Harold Highmore. I've got some questions about that. Unless we went up to 80. No, 70 mile per hour. This is a relatively... I'd say this is EF1. Brandon Kopic, of course, is way too close. Really close. It's not really condensated well, but you can see how the dust on the ground is just spinning. Looks like EF1, EF2. Low end EF2. Alright, let's go back to that storm. Hi, Moore. Treat this as a tornado rehide. Same thing, treat it as a tornado. You guys are not in the tornado warning. However, Brendan Coppet's about to do a direct intercept. At some point, yep, there you go. They finally tornado warned what I said they were going to tornado warn a long time ago. A little bit late, but Brandon Kopic's insane. Alright. Enough of that. Okay, here's your new tornado warning. So I thought they tornado warned for a very long time. They just never did. They may upgrade to a PDS. I wouldn't be surprised if they do upgrade. So we're up to 3 tornado warnings now. 1 observed with a very, very, very beautiful, I'm going to say this, very beautiful tornado from Brendan Kopic, Storm Chaser Brendan Kopic. He is in the WeatherWise app. If you guys have WeatherWise, take a look at the storms in South Dakota. He's on this storm. Okay, this is a beautiful tornado. Very, very beautiful tornado. I have someone I may know might be able to get permission to use their footage. I don't know. Sorry about that, everyone. This is a beautiful tornado. Alright, let's go back up north. We're going to go take a look at this tornado warning now. They have upgraded the severe thunderstorm warning that the tornado warning kind of is in. They have upgraded that to a destructive tag. So, destructive tags, we do say treat as a tornado. For a very good reason. This also verifies my forecast. Okay. Let's go back south. We're focusing on the observed tornado. It's beautiful. But these other tornado warnings are also important. This could be heading towards the town of Lucas. Lucas, you need to be in your tornado safe place right now. Don't wait. I don't have to focus on it incredibly because there's virtually nothing out here, maybe a few houses. So I don't have to keep that focus there, but which is good. We only have 3 considerable severe thunderstorm warnings as well. Brandon Carpet Class data. Okay. Let's go back south to see what this storm's doing. They have update. Whoa! At velocity. That is a scary velocity. Very scary. I'm sorry about that. This has a lot of spin in it. I wonder if SPC analysis is updated. I'd love to see what SPC analysis put on this. Nothing worth. Nothing worth mentioning on that. Let's go back up north and zoom back into this. That radar scan. Okay, it's only 11,000 feet up. But that is scary. It's a very scary. It appears the tornado may have dissipated. definitely still there, just not getting enough signal. This is broadly rotating. I will say it's trying to extend more south. It's got tornadic rotation right here. I think in correlation to radar, this would be, yes, this would be an anti. No, this would be an anticyclonic. That's one of your rotations. It's another. You have an anticyclonic and a cyclonic. So that's incredible. Well, let's go back to North Platte. Confirmed tornado on the ground along Highway 44 near Dixon. Yeah. Trying to see if it's on the ground. Whew, sorry. Trying to see if it's on the ground now or not. There's a hill there. I'll be right back in a minute. I gotta use the restroom. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm going to leave that on for just a second. The tornado is still on the ground. While I did go use the restroom, I did get a little bit of food. I have not ate today. Please excuse me while I do that. It is no longer on the ground. It just lifted. Okay. I do believe this is no longer on the ground. Doesn't mean it won't try, but that is a big wall cloud. It's a little bit too far north to be where that tornado is. Or I'd say that'll probably hit the ground. I think that one will. Let's go back up north. They have dropped the destructive end. They have officially went back to base severe thunderstorm warning. So that is certainly good news. When these congeal into a line, that's where your damaging wind threat really starts. Bowdle also, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning, as well as Roscoe. For 1 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds, it's moving east at 25 mile per hour. Also, a severe thunderstorm warning for Lidgerwood, Hankinson, Havana, Fairmont, Cayuga, Ratland, Foreman, and Brampton. Foreman and Brampton, you guys are fine. You guys are out of it, essentially. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning for 1 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds, but this is moving east at 50 mile per hour. And Steplin. You guys are still tornado warned for the next 15 minutes. For next 17. Sorry. Step in or step hand, which one? That is a really good hook. I do think they may drop this tornado warning because your rotation is really weak. You're not seeing the best inflow in the world, but it still shows to be strong rotation, about 11,000 feet up. And that would make sense with what we're looking at in the wall cloud from Brandon Kopic's string. It's got a lot of rotation in it. They dropped the tornado warning. We only have one tornado warning now for next 30 minutes. So I would expect this one to get a new tornado warning for Lucas. Up towards Burke, maybe. Because at any moment it'll put down. I have no doubt this will put down again. Possibly in Lucas. So we only have one tornado warning now. And I expect that to be upgraded to 2 soon. Not even severe warned is bad, because it needs it. Oh, there's not really many people in this storm warning. How it's rotating. I'm gonna draw a line in here. There you go, new tornado warning. I was about to draw the line. Platt Academy, Lucas, you guys are now under a tornado warning again. That does not surprise me that they reissued it. I was actually about to draw a line for this. So there you go. Sup, Case? So this tornado warning does go for the next 28 minutes. 27, sorry. This out here has a really big wall cloud. It's really nice. I do expect it to drop again. Probably drop a photogenic tornado. And this, I do think they dropped the tornado warning. The rotation's really broad, really weak, and it's kind of in between the, on the line, on the warning line. So. But it's still got a big wall cloud, so. So I fully expect. Let's see, will that one get reissued? They went considerable tag on it. That matches up perfectly with a TDS. However, there's low reflectivity here. And so that leads me to believe that's nothing but clean air I'm feeding in. We're about to have tornado genesis. Strong rotation. We have a funnel. Again, this is from a chaser I cannot show. We have ground contact. Ground contact. Tornado is on the ground. Subvortice. This is technically what you call multi-vortex. We've had 3 vortices touch the ground here on this cell. They did drop that tornado warning like I said they would. Okay, so we're down to this one. And this one is dropping as we speak. Multi-vortex. So. Honestly, tornadoes should be hard to achieve in this. You have the good environments. Dew point spread is the only thing. Overmixing. It's your only issue. Was it for that, I think this would drop a strong tornado. And they do continue it with a severe thunderstorm warning, and they have dropped a considerable tag. And we are now to a base severe thunderstorm warning. So that is good news. In the wall cloud, we're starting to see a funnel. We're seeing boulder shape, and it's trying to drop there. So I'm trying to see if it drops. Oh, it's gonna drop. It is a third of the way down. Oh, that is so going to be on the ground. That is on the ground. Okay, we do have a confirmed tornado on this cell. Confirmed tornado. This is a cone-shaped tornado on the ground right now. Lucas, you need to be in your trail safe place. This is really taking shape really quick. I wasn't going to do this just yet because I am still eating. I do want you guys to see. This is a cone tornado. This took shape really quickly. We are seeing it grow. We are seeing it widen. This thing may be a strong tornado at some point, which would debunk all of what I said earlier. It's okay. We are trying to become a stovepipe. We may be about to become a wedge. We may be trying to become a wedge here. It does not appear to be on the ground anymore. It's a third of the way down, though. If it drops, it's going to drop a significant tornado, I think. Definitely think it'll drop a significant tornado. And we're back on the ground. We are back on the ground with a cone tornado that has very quickly become a stovepipe tornado. Multi-vortex. Multi-vortex. This is a strong tornado. This is a strong tornado, guys. This is, Lucas, you need to be in your trail safe place right now. Do not wait till you see here. This is going to be very close to you guys. It is almost to you guys. It has lifted again. As long as we have visual, I'm okay with updating the graphics every minute. Usually you guys see me say wait for the National Weather Service. If we have visual like this, we'll update them as we see visual. We're having a new we are having a new area new area of concentrated rotation, which I think is trying to recycle. Rotation kind of disorganized itself. It's got a donut hole. And that really isn't good when you're looking at radar. So they have dropped it to observed, but it is not on the ground anymore. Kind of a little late on that. And that's okay. No hate towards National Weather Service. They're doing their job. It is not on the ground at this time. That's why you see I haven't changed the graphic yet. Okay, give me 1 second and we'll get the face cam back on. Okay. There we go. Alright, face is back. Sorry about that, everyone. It's got good structure to it. I'll say that firsthand. So, So, sorry about that. This was a beautiful tornado in its life, so. I'm starting to get that inflow back into it. Starting to get that inflow back, and when you're getting that inflow back like that, excuse me. This is the only tornadic storm. Other storms are rotating, but not enough to be tornado warned. Like this one, it's rotating, just not enough to be warned. Because there's contamination in it. Also, Loyalton. That is a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning for 1.75 inch hail. So, and we do have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning in North Dakota. And this is going to congeal into a line. And we're going to see a ratio out of this. I'm probably not expecting to end stream till 2, 3 o'clock. I'm going to make sure. If the latest ARRR is right, probably midnight. Zero Z. Zero Z. Kinda incorrect. I didn't like how 0Z, and people were like, oh, this is going to be high end. New tornado warning. I do understand we do have a new tornado warning. Yes. This is due to the change in direction of the tornadic storm. They do have that one as observed, so we are going to change our graphic to be observed. From 6Z. Showing will be done by 1, 2 a.m. With the severe weather. 12Z. personally just shows horrific. 12Z runs out, will end by 10 o'clock. And 18Z. And then 18Z shows it hitting Minneapolis, which is what we're watching closely. At Minneapolis. Reaching there about 3 o'clock a.m. 3 a.m. So. This is kind of on what they do with the storm. Kind of on what they do now. It's out of my hands completely. So. Definitely got some strong rotation. 11,000 feet up in the air. They do have this as considerable 1.75 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. I personally don't agree. Echo tops are insane. 60,000 feet. I do kind of want to show you guys why we can't only have data 11,000 feet. We want data here. They do have law enforcement confirmed tornado. That's why we're not using that exactly in this situation. It's too far from the radar. We're watching all these storms because these are going to possibly congeal into a line. And when it does congeal into that line, that's where your big 90 mile per hour wind threat is. Not saying we're going to see 90 mile per hour winds, I'm just saying there's that chance that we do see that 90 mile per hour wind. I mean, it's got some strong rotation. If we were maybe 6,000 feet, excuse me, sorry about that. If this was 6,000 feet, that's worrying. This is 11,000 feet. It's not terrifying. Because usually, this isn't what's happening at the ground, especially at 11,000 feet. It is not on the ground. I'm not sure why they do have it confirmed tornado, but we're going to keep our graphic like that. As well. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I mean, the rotation on the cell, it's focused. It is really focused. I've got my areas kind of based off of Brendan Kopp Extreme and John McKinney, where I would say the tornado would be, where a tornado could form from, because there is no chaser view that has it on the ground. We've seen this kind of cycle through. This has produced multiple tornadoes, and I do mean multiple tornadoes. I think 3 tornadoes from this cell. And that's your tornadic rotation right there. Green's moving towards, red's moving away. That's your tornadic rotation. Usually I use blue, but today's one of those days I feel like the wind is going to show us where the blues are. So, this is the rotation. This is what we call cyclonic rotation. Excuse me, sorry about that. Bone steel, this is coming up to you guys. If you are in bone steel, I'm going to go ahead and say all the bone steel. What chunk of bone steel? Southeast, excuse me. Southeast bone steel, you guys are not under a tornado warning. The rest of bone steel, you need to be in your tornado safe place in a most center part of your house in a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are caught outdoors or in a mobile home, seek shelter in a substantial shelter. Mobile homes do flip easy. Cars can get tossed like toys sometimes in tornadoes. So that's why we urge that. And that is exactly why we urge that. I've seen what a tornado does to mobile homes. EF2. Actually, it was doing EF3 damage. The tornado did EF3 damage. But at the time, it was only doing EF2 damage. I personally didn't get to see that tornado. It was rain wrapped. I was driving south, something you never do while storm chasing. Usually. I was kind of hook slicing in a way. I had just intercepted what I thought was a tornado. Apparently it was a funnel, third of the way down, per one of my friends. And we kind of came across 1.68 mile wide track. May 19th. And so I've seen what tornadoes do to mobile homes, and it's not cool. EF1s can severely damage or even kind of flip a mobile home. EF2, it's gone. The tornado is not that strong. It may be EF1, but that's why we say mobile homes are an absolute worst case scenario. And if you don't have a basement, cellar, or substantial shelter nearby, last resort is a ditch. Lowest lying area in a ditch. And protect yourself from the debris. So cover your head, things like that. If you have a helmet, that will work really well. Normally that is the one thing we don't usually like to recommend, but if you don't have anything or anywhere to go, if you're in southwest Boonsteel, I'd kind of make my way towards Booty or Butt-E. I don't know how that is exactly pronounced. Nebraska. I'd make my way, if you were in this southwest portion of Bonesteel, I'd kind of make my way down there so you're safe. But I don't think you guys will actually have the next tornado warning. But just in case it does wobble or you see a new rotation come out of it. Alright, let's go up north. After we take a look at this considerable severe thunderstorming for Clearfield, Wheeula, and Millboro. You guys are under a considerable severe thunderstorming for 1.75 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. Rotations weak. It's only that hail threat we're really worried about. The formerly tornado warned cell, not really got much rotation going on. It is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning with 60 mile per hour winds and 2 or hen egg sized hail, 2 inch hail. We move north of that. We may be seeing an indication of 4 inch hail. So this may become a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Chesapeake. Littleton, you guys are out of the threat from this specific cell. This is how we have evolved today from when we started streaming to now. This is our evolution. And this may evolve into a derecho, it may not. Alright. We also have this considerable severe thunderstorm warning in North Dakota, Hankinson, and Fairmont. You guys are still under it. It's the same one you guys have been under for a long time. Yes, we called you guys out earlier. Alright, let's go back up to your tornado warning, though. Gonna have to find a way to charge my phone. So this is a confirmed tornado warning. I do not see it being a confirmed tornado at this time per chasers actually. So we are still with the tornado threat. There's a chance we may see a severe thunderstorm warning for Whitman. I think at the next SPC they may remove that moderate risk. I've got that feeling. What radar would I use in this circumstance? FSD, where is FSD? How far are we? I don't care. That to me is surprising. What radar? Probably ABR. Probably. I don't know. Okay. That actually isn't half bad. I just want to get a current shot of this. So I just want to, okay, I can give you guys that. What's happening here? Grand Valley, you are not under a tornado warning. However, that red box right next to you, that is a tornado warning. So, National Weather Services have standards for tornado warnings. This may not meet the standard for Aberdeen, yes, it may not meet the standard for Aberdeen, but it does meet the rotational standard for the Twin Cities, Chasen. What is up with the Sioux Falls, South Dakota? So this is rare. We see this when National Weather Service are in tornado warnings. Maybe I do that. I don't know. Alright. You guys see this. National Weather Service, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is issued by the National Weather Service Twin Cities, or Chasen. That, to me, is a little surprising as well. I don't know why exactly that's happening. I am going to post about it, though. There you go. That's your new tornado warning. Grand Valley, you are now under Gan Valley, Gan Valley, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado warning. I was about to say, I don't think I was right. I don't think so. Alright, let's... Kemba, you're also under a tornado warning. I also don't exactly see... This is me personally. Okay, let's make our way back to North Platte radar. I don't... This may be on the ground. I can't exactly tell. I cannot exactly tell. But that looks very well like a tornado that is in progress. On, of course, Brendan Kopic's stream. They have destructive tagged this. Alright, we do have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning as well. That, to me, makes sense. I would put money that is a... beautiful tornadoes and... Okay. I want to confirm what I'm thinking. do want to mention. Oh, let's go back up to the tornado warning. Aberdeen. Alright, so Sioux Falls cannot issue warnings, so they hand it off to NWS Aberdeen. Aberdeen is having issues, so Twin Cities has taken over. Or that's what I'm thinking is happening here. A large tornado. So that's what was happening here, with the fact that Aberdeen has taken... No, Sioux Falls. Aberdeen had issues, and they were trying to type out both these tornado warnings. And they're having issues, so they handed operation for the Sioux Falls area to Twin Cities, which is under gun later today, and they have drops. What? Excuse me. They just dropped that tornado warning. I have a few questions. I mean, it looks like there's a tornado. Did they actually just cancel it? I'm gonna check before I say something. I'm gonna regret. I'm pretty sure that's a tornado. Yeah, the tornado threat has diminished and the tornado warning has been canceled. I probably could have backed up and found that, yeah. So, we're back to 2 tornado warnings. I'm still kind of not sold on this one producing. But that is... Sorry about that, everyone. I had a misunderstanding. That's cool. Okay. Alright, what is the context in this one? It is not EDS. Okay. With that. So EDS, no, that is well on the ground. That is on the ground. Alright, so we have an issue. That is on the ground doing damage. Okay, maybe not damage, but this is on the ground. There you go. New tornado warning. I was about to say, we have an issue. I was about to say, my mouse has quit working. There we go. Okay, that's your new tornado warning. Bone steel, you're still in the tornado warning. All the bone steel now. And this does not include just a portion. Fairfax, northwest Fairfax, you're under the tornado warning. So you need to be in your safe place. Let's go back north to Aberdeen radar, where we do have a tornado warning for weak, really weak rotation, in my opinion. So your tornadic rotation right there. It's a little bit in front. Let's go. And personally, I don't. We can trim this up a bit. Yeah, that would do. But this is also being issued by Twin Cities. Twin Cities is Minneapolis. They're under the gun today. Alright, let's go back here. I'm going to take a minute break. I'm going to have to go plug my phone in because I forgot my charger somewhere. And so I can't really charge it at the studio, so I got to go in the other room, charge it. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, I'm back for real now. So this is on the ground. This is also a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. I don't see it's on the ground anymore. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, I'm actually back. It's been one of those few weeks that I haven't felt so good. This is actually the first day I've actually felt like I could actually stream. Got my phone on charger, so I don't have to worry about that. Sorry about that. Even at 11,000 feet, that's a really insane velocity. So. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that does not feel good. Okay, the SPC has highlighted. Go ahead and get this at. With this being said, alright. We do have a new mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center. The severe threat will continue across much of eastern and central South Dakota late this evening and afternoon. Highlighting this area here. But highlighting this area here in South Dakota and this area with your highest tornado chances. So those are your highest tornado chances in the blue. And the black, sorry. And I'm going to mark this with pink because this is your main threat. I messed that up. In this area where your greatest wind threat, 85 to 100 mile per hour winds are possible. I'm going to zoom in for you guys so you guys can better see this. That way you guys can have a better sense of where this is. Okay. Normally I don't do it like this, but do it like this. That way you guys can have a better sense, because I know you guys aren't full screen with it. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. There you guys go. Those are your states. Your tornado threat is maximized here, where I'm highlighting in bright red. So your new bright red, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. And that blue circle I just created, hopefully you guys can see that. That's where we're watching. These are your areas we're watching for greatest tornado potential. And this area I'm highlighting here is where we're in black, is where I'm expecting 80 to 100 mile per hour winds. Okay, I hope that's not too much for you guys. That takes a long time. There you go. This is that tornado warning though. Yeah, that is still on the ground. Active shooter situation on Park Avenue, Midtown Manhattan, New York. Reports of injuries, including a peace officer or a police officer. So this is a pretty strong tornado, I'd say. Kind of based off of what I'm seeing from chaser feed. So a lot of ambulances and a lot of cops there. At that active shooter situation, there is a funnel cloud reported. Storm chaser driving westward. Yep, okay, train spotter. It is almost stationary though. This is pretty much stationary. It's moving really slow. Range Shoal has a really good view though. So this is a stovepipe tornado. Range Shoal is directly in this. And it is a white barrel. Okay, it's moving again. And it was moving a lot slower, but now we're back. Also, if you are a degreed meteorologist, so you have a bachelor's or above, you're degreed in meteorology. The National Weather Service is hiring. Top priority mission crucial positions posted. I do want to mention that right now. If you guys are degreed, that's a really good place to go. I'm going to get degreed. in Manhattan. This is a little bit. House was hit. Okay, so there is major damage. And golf balls. There looks to be golf balls. If my source is correct, blood bank requested as officials respond after active shooter with multiple victims. Okay, yeah, we do have major damage. EF2 damage. I do not pre-rate tornadoes, but that is EF2 type damage. Ryan Scholl is making sure everyone is okay. House was directly hit by the tornado. This is why we're focusing on this one. Level 3 mobilization response. That is insane. So, that's in Manhattan. We do have major damage and golf balls flying in here. So, there's a few, the second story outer walls are gone. There's a few interior walls on the second story still remaining. That gives me a clue it's probably about the EF2 range at this point. So, I would have confidence to go PDS now. I don't know if it's on the ground anymore, though. Kind of got my doubts, officially. I'm officially doubting. There's just some things that's making me doubt this one. Bone Steel, you're no longer in that tornado warning. Bone Steel, you are no longer in the tornado warning. You are in a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. And usually with destructive severe thunderstorm warnings, I say go ahead and stay in your tornado safe place. With destructive severe thunderstorm warnings, I don't say go to a cellar. It's more of interior room on lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you're outdoors or in a mobile home, seek shelter in a substantial shelter. That's at the point we're at right now. 80-mile-per-hour winds and 1.5-inch hail. 80-mile-per-hour winds is going to do damage to mobile homes. Mobile homes are the worst. So there's that. I have not been focused up on the north part of the line here, because I don't see how that's producing. I just don't see. And this one's a storm to watch. I wonder if this one's even had that. No. Just thought about it. We're starting to move to that point where we're in the derecho possibility. It appears no one was hurt in that house. Or it appears. New tornado warning. Let it load. Wait, what? I have one useless radar. I'm going to move that one. They finally destructive tagged this one. I said they were going to destructive tag that a long time ago. We're going to move this radar. Although, I don't think it's useless anymore. So I'm going to have to open up another one. Yeah. For now, it'll work. This is... where we have a tornado warning in none other than Ohio. There are still golf balls falling at Rancho's location. Okay, I see why they issued it. Weak rotation, so I doubt this tornado warning sticks. That's your rotation. It's broad and weak, so I doubt it sticks with us here. And to me personally, personal observation, I think your winds are feeding in here. And so you're going to see what some damaging winds, maybe 60, 70 mile per hour wind out of it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to try to get another few velocity scans to confirm that. While that comes through, we're losing ground on this tornado warning. We'll be pretty close to that radar shortly. Let's go back to Ohio so I can kind of see. It was rotating. That's a good call by the National Weather Service to tornado warn this. Not hitting the National Weather Service. They did really good. Okay, it's starting to rotate here. Rotating, really rotating. Okay, issued tornado warning. Boom. When you do, you know, it goes away. We are also finally down to 3 tornado warnings again. South Dakota, Ohio, and South Dakota, but confirmed. Now this one's starting to get attacked together as well. Probably once we get to Ora County, we'll get that other radar back. Destructive severe thunderstorm warning. For 2.75 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds, this is moving east at 45. Corday, Torton, Bentford. Is this EDS? I doubt it. We have a new tornado warning. Lake Andes, Pickstown. You guys are now under a new tornado warning. So this is a brand new tornado warning. This storm, I'll say, this storm does have the potential to go crazy. So this is an observed tornado warning. So Warren County, you're now under a tornado warning as well. This is a brand new tornado warning. Once we get to White Lake, it'll be time to switch radar. We do have people. Looks like they are safe. It does look like they are safe. White Lake, Plankinton, you guys are under a tornado warning for until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We'll go to Ohio in just a minute. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I doubt. I really doubt now. Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna cancel this tornado warning pretty soon. It's only in effect for 15 though, so. Okay, let's go back to our confirmed tornado warning. We do have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. Sorry, I'm trying to get up information about this. So, trying to get information on the tornado from earlier. I think it hit a house, I'm not sure. This tornado warning, however, does have weak rotation. So I'm going to move back over to here. The rotation has kind of got its act back together with this cell, so. Okay, new 2020 Gross Spencer Bristow Lynch Monowi Anoka. You guys are now under a tornado warning until 7:15 p.m. The structure this supercell has is amazing. I'm a structure viewer. Doesn't mean I won't get up close to a tornado because it's a dream. Apparently, police scanners are saying a Middle Eastern man wearing bulletproof vest opened fire on officers in Midtown New York City. That's a little terrifying. Alright, back to the tornado warnings. We don't need to focus on this. So we only have to. We still have. No, we do not. Ohio was canceled, by the way. They just canceled it. We can blow severe limits. Yep. Wouldn't surprise me if this one tries to produce a tornado. Well, we have a photo of the active shooter. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show this. This is not what we usually do. But New York City is really populated. So, if you know this person, alert authorities. He's shooting up some place in New York City. Okay, sorry about that. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I need to use restroom. Sorry. I am so sorry about that, everyone. It took a little bit longer than I wished. Just some things just kind of occurred that it's like, why is this happening right now? Suspect is not in custody. So that's bad. I don't feel good. Ugh. We are fortunately no longer with any confirmed tornadoes. Sorry if you guys see me looking at my side screen. I'm kind of watching New York City's stuff right now. So I can relay that to you guys. We'll try to see if I can get any scanners off from that in a little bit. But these are only 3 tornado warnings. Gross, you guys, Lynch and Gross, you guys actually have time before the tornado really gets there. I'd say you have enough time to be able to evacuate. But leave that up to you. But if you have to leave all your stuff and go now. I don't feel good. Alright, let's get back up north. We are destructiveless, so we no longer have any. Excuse me. We no longer have any destructive severe thunderstorm warnings, which is really good news. So. The storm is definitely rotating like crazy. Oh, sorry, this one is. But we're seeing, we're getting away from that radar, so I do think it's time to stay on this radar. So, I don't know how long that's been broken. That did not sound good. I'll be right back. Thankfully, it was nothing. Kind of terrified me for a second. That generally give me like that mini heart attack. Active shooter down. Okay. That's really good news. Active shooter found dead, according to the New York police. So these are two tornado warnings right now. So, let's go back north, sorry. I'm still trying to find news. Okay. There's a new severe thunderstorm watch. We do have tornado warnings, so I am going to multi-screen this. Oh, wait. You guys aren't supposed to see that yet. Here you go. Let's zoom out a little bit. Alright, I do want to point several things out here. With the wording here. Scattered gusts up to 65 mile per hour. I'm going to use a different color. Excuse me. Scattered wind gusts up to 65 mile per hour possible. Hail up to quarter size. This tells me with the way radar is looking. Personally, this is a personal opinion. You're not going to see a derecho. It's really good news. Don't get me wrong. Now your main risk was down here all along. I'm hoping this doesn't take up the I don't know if this is going to be good for stream or not, but we're going to try it. No guarantees. I literally got to deal with this. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's try it like this. Use the tools within the app itself. Okay, so this is your new This is your new severe thunderstorm watch. Your main risk is in here for damaging wind. I think at 8 o'clock they do remove that moderate risk. Is it a new severe thunderstorm watch? No, same one. Okay, just extended. If we take a look at composite radar, I wish you could overlay like the two. I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. Sorry guys, you're having to watch me do this. This is worth for the analysis. Okay, it's not perfect, but I don't really care. This is where most of your severe activity has been. I don't think we see this moderate risk stay as we have it now. If you guys are wondering, I do use WeatherWise sometimes. And it looks really good on stream. So we will be using this for a lot of our hurricane season as well. We have really good satellite. It updates really constantly. This is one of the products we use. I didn't realize it actually did that. That's actually cool. So there you guys go. There's that for you guys. That was my analysis on WeatherWise. I do personally like it. I have it on my phone. When I'm forecasting my local for Snapchat or sometimes Instagram, sometimes I'll do it on here. If I'm on the go or something, I forecast it through there. And my thumbnails are made with WeatherWise. WeatherWise is really amazing and it has helped me a lot. But the app you are currently seeing, that is GR2 Analysts. So there's that for you guys. Our warnings are brought by Overwarn. So Overwarn is by the Storm company. The graphic right below me, so the warning legend, that's made by me. All the other graphics are made by me. And I have taken inspiration from people. This whole setup has inspiration somewhere. doubt we have a, I doubt we see a derecho. And turn on day 1. I want to mention there have been several. I will say there have been several areas where we've been in that moderate risk. I mean, yeah, we still have a chance in here. As that kind of comes this way, I mean, I guess you have that chance with that, but I don't see it really materializing right now. That's your main threat, but oh, we do have tornado warnings. And a new tornado warning. White Lake Aura Center, Stickney, you guys are now under a tornado warning. Innermost center part of your house, study building. Avoid windows if you're outdoors or in a mobile home. Consider seeking shelter in a substantial shelter. So, so these are your tornado warnings. Let's go back south. Oh, wait, I need to stay on the same radar. I'm forgetting we're getting further away from that other radar. Thing is, we're also this storm. I don't see its tornado potential much anymore. Sorry, give me 1 second. Trying to check something. Sorry about that. So with this cell, there has been reported found clouds developing. So Corey Gherkin's on this cell. There's no views whatsoever because he's in heavy rain. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm tired right now. Oh, there's a new tornado warning. And if we follow this tornado warnings track, Gross, Spencer, Lynch, Monterey, you guys would be fine. You guys wouldn't even need to be sheltered. My question is, if it's moving that way, why not do it like that instead of going like that? That's weird to me. I don't think that storm's gonna be tornadic for much longer. I gotta turn my brightness down on my ring light. I mean, there is a chance we get a duration out of this, but I'm gonna take a look at the latest stage triple R. Yes, I know it's frowned upon. I just wanted timing. Show's about 11 o'clock. Sorry, I'm like not feeling good today. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Sorry. That's what happens when you're sick. I tell you, I probably shouldn't even be streaming, but I'll be back whenever I can. I'm sick. So sorry about that. That's what happens when you're sick. So there are only 2 tornado warnings, however. I did think one of these warnings at some point is going to expire. I think it's this one. They did cancel the other tornado warning, so that's really good news. So, this cell here, it's rotating. It's kind of on the back side of it, but it is rotating just enough. The next watch, so the next watch issued, okay. Alright. I'm gonna full screen this for you guys. You know what? Okay, this is a severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. Winds up to 80 mile per hour likely. Ping pong ball size cell. With that wording, if we're going to continue with the considerable warnings, we're going to go ahead and end. Depending on if Minneapolis gets hit, if we do come back for that, though. So, if we're not seeing anything too significant, you know. But that's really good that today's not going to play out as what was predicted earlier. Radar I use. I personally use multiple radars while doing this. The radar you're seeing here, let me full screen. Radar you're seeing here, this is GR2 Analyst. $250 one-time purchase. But if you are into the weather, if you like analyzing, just watching these events, it's a really good tool. Or even storm chasing. And there's another radar I use, WeatherWise. It is free. Just search up weatherwise.app in Google and you'll get it. It has customizable things. This is not included. This is a personal tool for drawing. You can see the worldwide view or MRMS. Satellite, it has a really good satellite system. Radar, it's just like GR2 Analyst in some aspects. You can customize what your radar looks like. That's what I really like about it. And you can customize how your warnings look and watches. I just have mine set up like this because I don't use it too often during streaming. So I kind of have it just as a thing. And you can also look at outlooks ranging from the SPC, excessive rainfall, the fire weather, the WSSI, winter weather, climate prediction, avalanches, things like that. It's really amazing. And there are things that I don't have the plus because I don't use it enough to get the plus. But you can see spotter network, which is really useful. Storm chasers. So those are the radars I use. And then if you're asking about chasing, radar scope all the way. So this is your track rotation. Red's moving away, green's moving towards. That is your tornadic rotation. Move that back to where I keep it. And the one thing that none of them have is a good storm tracking tool like Radar Omega. Radar Omega sucks. I'll see that. I used to use it though, so. That new severe thunderstorm watch does have a just because I don't use weather-wise like normal, like as a normal radar for streaming, because I prefer this because I do a lot of analyzing when I can. So I analyze these storms thoroughly while doing coverage. Because I'm going into research side, so I got this. And so I'll use this. So yeah, there's that for you. Also, what I like about GR2 is the customization, which I don't know if any other radar has that I know of. You can analyze, you can customize all warnings. Snow squall, special marine, flash flood considerable, flash flood emergency, so on and so forth. Severe thunderstorm considerable, destructive, and then you have tornado reported, PDS tornado, and tornado emergency. You can customize a lot, and it's really good for chasing. So there you go. So And then everything else you see gonna be a little bit difficult, like this right here, like that, and the graphics. And the graphics there are all mostly custom made. Those are all custom made, except the warnings that is from Overworn. Really great if you're for streaming. So these are your only two tornado warnings. I do think the Pigstown tornado warning will be allowed to expire. I do believe that with all my heart now. And GR2, I don't show this usually. I used to, but I kind of found out it's much easier to do it like this. You have it will also show if you go to Windows, you can actually activate the product, which I don't personally use because there's key buttons that you can press, and I can just go through tilt by pressing different buttons. But you can also get like your latest warnings, like this. All the active warnings it'll show here in color coordination. So that's why I like it so much. This Stickney tornado warning. But yeah, that's that. Those are the radars I use. Weather-wise, GR2 analyst, radar scope. Radar scope's best for chasing, in my opinion. As long as you have GPS, you're fine. And experience. If you're not experienced, don't chase. Weather-wise, it's going to be good for hurricane season. And kind of like wide view, which I'm half tempted to start using during the intros. And GR2 analyst, obviously, which is what I'm using now. I want like a radar though. That's a little bit different than this. I'll still use this because this is I can analyze. It's analyst, GR2 analyst, so you can analyze. There are other versions of GR2, such as GR3, GR level 3. It's a lot cheaper. But I kind of want a radar. This is my thoughts. That I can have all this customization, and it still shows smaller towns. And like street view. I would love that. That's kind of why I actually don't use weather-wise more. It has street view. It is really good for that as well. It's more of, I like having my warnings color-coded. Tornado warning here. Oh, this is reported based off of color. You know, that's what I like. And I think that's easier for viewers as well to differentiate because of the warning legend. Okay, this tornado's on ground, but this isn't. Oh, that's a strong tornado. That ain't. And, well, tornado emergency is going to be very obvious. We're going to focus up on this northern rotation. Excuse me. I'm hoping to start trying to get chasing for you guys. playing Start Chasing here on YouTube. Had $100 I was going to go chasing with, but I went to the lake, dropped a boat into the lake, dove out of the boat, and lost my wallet in the lake. So, I don't have that anymore. But that was going to be going towards a storm chase this year or next year. Whatever I really saw. So, these are your only 2 tornado warnings. We do have 2 considerable severe thunderstorm warnings. Let me switch up to ABR radar. And when I'm streaming, I keep multiple GR2s up. It's so much easier. 77-mile-per-hour winds. I wouldn't be surprised if they do upgrade this considerable. Was it upgraded on that? Yeah. I'm really surprised they didn't go 80 on this. I want to make sure. Okay, Sioux Falls is issuing their own warnings again. Good. So this is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning with 70-mile-per-hour winds. With a report from Summit, South Dakota of 77 mile per hour and with that being said, we are down to 1 tornado warning. Just 1. That is really good news. So, this is your only tornado warning, but this is also a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to read the warning. The tornado threat has diminished and the tornado warning has been canceled. However, large hail and damaging winds remain likely, and a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the area. However, small hail and gusty winds. I'm reading this off of warning text. It's really helpful. So, it's really good that we have that. This tornado warning only goes into effect for the next 10 minutes, and I do think they let this one drop. So I do think the tornado warning will be expired, and will be tornado warning list for the first time in a long time today. First time in, I think, 3 hours. Watching this storm here, it may try to cycle. I don't think it will, but it's trying. And there's also a thing called place files on GR2 Analyst. I personally use, you're seeing some right now. Okay, it's 82/74. With that, I wouldn't say a tornado is impossible. 82/74, that's within that, what we like to say, that 10-point range. If it's greater than 10, if it's greater than 10, if your dew point temperature are greater than 10 degrees apart, tornadoes are unlikely. Today has broken that, though, so. And just like that, we are tornado warning lists. How about that? And you can also get warnings like flood warnings. I personally don't use those. I need to update that other graphic. I'll also show you guys the watches. I personally don't do this. I think after Sioux Falls, Sioux City, see what this does. If this doesn't pick up any steam, we'll go ahead and end it about 10, 11 o'clock. It says trying to rotate again. It does have damaging winds. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see that upgrade. We are a tornado warning list. We do have a considerable severe thunderstorm warning in Montana. ABR still. This is gonna be satisfying to watch. What? This is so amazing. I love watching stuff like this. Watch the boundaries just go at it. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning, considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so we're gonna get serious again. Oh, we also have one in Montana. We'll go check that out. Kaler, Scotland, Oviatt, Trip, Delmont, Header, Colony, Tabor, Springfield, On, Home, Colony, Tyndall, Avon. You guys are now under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Wagner and Dante, you guys have been, but you're under another one. I think I'm going to use Aberdeen radar, which is only useful for this stuff here. That is severe warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds, only 60. So we're going to move that to Montana temporarily to give you an idea as to what's happening. I'm going to give you guys a wide view of what is happening. I want to implement this into my personal use. Just give me 1 second. Alright, here's the wide view of what's happening today. I hope this is not lagging up the stream, but I have low hope. This is wide view. We have severe thunderstorms all along this area here. One here. And one right here. With that being said, your moderate risk is going to be gone. I can't see them continuing it. And here's your satellite clean in wave infrared. Go band 1 for you guys. That's satellite for you guys. And if you guys are like, oh, it's probably not high definition, this is high definition for you guys. So you're saying high def. Radar images. This has a supercell characteristic as well. So we're just left with considerable severe thunderstorm warnings now. And severe thunderstorm warnings. A little bit. I'm gonna do like a whole video. I do get asked what radar I use. I'm gonna make a whole video on the radars I use, how I use them, how to use GR2 Analyst. A lot of the things aren't fully on here. We are tornado warning list, so that's really good news. So I'm gonna see what's happening in the news. Here's my thoughts on today. We're not going to see a derecho, In no way are we seeing a derecho today. But that doesn't mean your damaging wind threat is over. There's still a really big threat for 80 mile per hour winds. They removed them. They will most likely remove the moderate. With how today has progressed, the moderate's gone. I didn't agree with moderate to begin with. Everyone said moderate because 0ZH-RRR, but I had a feeling 0Z was wrong. You can still get pockets of 80, 90 mile per hour wind. This is producing 60 and this is producing 70. And then this is producing 60. You can get local pockets of 80 mile per hour winds. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying we're not going to have a long-lived MCS or a mesoscale convective system to travel a long ways and become a derecho. A derecho is 250 miles with at least 65, I believe, mile per hour winds or greater most of the, like all of it. So there's that for you guys. That's what I think will happen today. So we go up to Montana. We are seeing 55, 60 mile per hour winds. I do think they downgrade the considerable tag on that one to become a base severe thunderstorm. And this was formerly warned, but it's growing upscale. This one might be a contender to do something, except it's in rain-cooled air. Well, most of it. Anything behind this isn't really going to get an act together because of this outflow boundary here. That outflow boundary is stopping these storms here from growing. I just want to show this is satisfying. This fine line here, that is an outflow boundary. That's an outflow boundary. That's an outflow boundary. It's cool how that progresses. Alright, let's drop to Sioux Falls radar. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Mitchell with 60 mile per hour winds. Loomis, you guys should be fine. Excuse me. The swath must be 60 miles wide and damaged swath must extend more than 400 miles. Excuse me. I was wrong about that. Thought it was 250. No, and it's actually 58, not 65. They changed that as well. So we're not seeing a derecho or derecho, whatever. All right. I do want to bring weatherwise. No. I'll keep this one. It's got a hook on it. It's not likely to produce a tornado. I really don't see that tornado threat with it. Actually, with this progressing like that, move this one up to Aberdeen radar. So this severe thunderstorm warning in this lineup complex of storms is moving in towards Minneapolis. I think it'll be lower impact than what we were originally thinking for the Minneapolis metro, which is really good. Excuse me, guys. Which is really good, though. 55 mile per hour. I definitely I can see where the like wind is coming from, but I don't see the severe thunderstorm warning anymore. I don't see the severe. I don't see the moderate risk staying. But we'll know here soon with the next update that happens in 20 minutes. So, trying to do something. There we go. Just had to do something on my side screen. Or my phone. Or my radar phone, I guess you could say. Because that's what I use chasing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the SPC here. Okay. Day 1 has updated. Now look at radar scope and see what they... Oh no, they did not just do that. I know they did not just do that. That? Hey, genuinely double down on this. Even your watches. Okay. I'll show this when we get the update to come through. And then you guys will see as to why I'm confused. And you guys will understand why I'm really confused right now. Figure X is having a breakdown over this. That they kept the moderate. I am surprised I'm viewing this. Okay. I can show this to you guys. Finally. Okay, it's finally updated. The moderate risk only extended to about right here. So we've obviously we've doubled down and actually extended it south. With the way today is going, no. I don't hate on the SPC because they do know what they're doing. A corridor of significant damaging winds remains possible. I think a 30 would work in this situation. Again, no hate whatsoever to the National Weather Service. They do know what they're doing. So no hate to the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center. But with how today has trended, I would have went ahead and removed that moderate risk. But there you guys go. Probably going to stay live for about an hour, hour and a half longer. I've got an early day tomorrow. I'll refer you guys to someone. Actually, I'm tempted to go now. Because I personally don't see 80-mile-per-hour winds being possible today. I mean, yes, it's possible. It's more of... I'm also sick. I'm really sick right now. It's not audible, but I'm sick, so... With that being said, I personally don't see where I'm needed to be streaming. And hopefully next week or a week after we will have uploads Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I should have first hour off, so that'll let me wake up, do a video before school. Except during hurricane coverage, it's a little bit different. That being said, I personally don't see your 80-mile-per-hour wind threats really high. The impact will come back as I am needed. I hate doing this so much. But was I accepted or denied? I'm trying to figure out if I was accepted or denied. I literally have no emails about it, no nothing. So it's kind of what? Maybe it's in my spam. I don't know. Okay. I also gotta figure that out. See if I have a job now or not. Which, yes, will hinder coverage, but it's for the greater good. So, alright. With this being said, I hate doing this, but I gotta get up really early in the morning. Probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. So, 4 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So, with that, if today was going to be what we thought it was, I would stay. As a forecaster, I just don't see it being as significant as we think. So, I will see you guys next time. I'm sorry I'm ending like this. Peace out.